Good morning from inside the Varde dolmen up on Landcrest Common, where for the last 10 days or so our colleagues in the Clifton Antiquarian Club have been excavating a 5x5 metre trench outside the front of the tomb. This is following on from work we did last year excavating on the back of the tomb, from which we got a very good radiocarbon date for construction about 4100 BC. So they've been looking at the front, the area in front of the passage, and to get out of the way first, the cast iron pipe, which must be German but of uncertain function just yet. What we've established is that several of the stones that were sort of forming the passage are the position is modern. These two large ones you can see in front of me here, they've been moved about since the site was excavated in the 19th century by Frederick Lucas. But if we come out and then turn round, you'll see we've got part of the surrounding kerbs, the encircling line of large stones that Lucas recorded very sort of briefly. We've never really had a good look at that, but on the right hand side of the tomb here, it's really impressive with a very large stone, best part of 2 meters high there. On the left hand side, it's been damaged or destroyed at some time in the past. We know from pictures from about 1900 that the stone, if there had been a stone there, it's already gone. And you see in the layers, you can see on this side and over here as well. Just to briefly go through those, we've got the prehistoric soil down at the bottom, windblown sand with a couple of turf lines in it, possibly this one down here, roughly contemporary to when these stones were put in, and then there's a big deposit of this orangey gravel, which is very modern. It's certainly 19th or 20th century when the mound has been rebuilt, so that's all a bit sort of misleading really. We've got a lot of rubble either from the cairn or possibly from blocking of the tomb that was then removed, and then that comes down onto the bedrock in front of me here. So the whole thing was really built almost on bedrock with just a thin layer of soil that the large stones are standing on. So it would be really tempting to chase that along and find out how much of that surrounding kerb survives. But there's a German emplacement a bit further around the corner that way, which may have damaged it, but there's no reason why a lot of that surrounding kerb can't survive elsewhere on the mound. So I'll just come out this way and then we can look back at the entrance. There we go. The Varde, looking very fine indeed. And later today we'll start filling all this in.